Here we are, home sweet home.
Have a look around.
You're perfectly safe.
That's safe?
As long as it's fed.
Welcome to a house
Things are quite different here.
with magic,
Let me show you what a little weird can do.
monsters,
So creepy.
and a mind of its own.
Shall we?
Seriously? God, I hate pumpkins.
The house with a clock in its walls.
Bad kitty! Use the litter box!
Rated PG.
Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be about the House with a Clock in its Walls movie. Yes, I am very excited to do this video. Like really excited. I'm still in my little outfit because I just got back from watching the movie, and I'm wearing this purple polo shirt with these purple bats right here on here. They're just stickers, but they've stayed on all day and I've gotten compliments on it, and I'm just like, I'm feeling really good. But we're going to be talking about the book too as well, so this is going to be like a book versus movie type video, except we're not going to be like going crazy with it. Let me turn down the ISO a little bit because that's getting crazy. But yeah, so if you have not seen the movie, don't watch this video because I'm going to be spoiling it. I want to talk about everything. I'm not going to hold back. So if you haven't seen the movie and you haven't read the book, don't watch this. But if you don't care, I guess stay. But you should really go watch the movie. Like, go watch the movie and then come back because this video will be here. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about spoilers, so I'm letting you know now. So yeah, so let's just jump into this. So, this movie is based on the 1973 novel, The House with the Clock on Its Walls by John Bellairs, who you guys know, or you should know, is my favorite author of all time. All time. Nobody can touch him for me. Nobody. And, like, I love him so much. And when I heard about this movie being made, I was like, oh, this sounds really exciting. But they say things like that sometimes and then nothing happens. So I was a little bit like, we'll see what happens with that. Because they were actually supposed to make this movie in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. And it didn't happen. So I was really apprehensive. Like, I was just like, I don't know, where, like, is this gonna happen? Like, should I get excited? And then things started progressing with it. News outlets and horror sites were talking about it more, and I was just like, what's going on? And they started casting. They cast Jack Black and they cast Kate Blanchett, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is happening. And they cast Lewis, who is Owen Bacaro, and then they cast Isaac Izzard, and they cast Selena, and I was just like, oh my god, what's going on? What this is happening. So I was starting to get really excited about it. So then when the trailer was getting ready to come out, I still was a little bit like in shock because I wasn't expecting it all to happen. So the trailers came out, I loved them, I thought it looked really exciting. I was a little bit though apprehensive still because there were some things that looked like they changed from the book that bothered me a little bit, and then even in the movie it bothered me a little bit, but still, this was an amazing movie and I loved it so much. There are going to be some things I'm going to talk about that I didn't like, but that's with anything. I don't think anybody should expect perfection when you go into a book adaptation, movie. I have learned not to do that because the Spiderwick Chronicles was really good, and they mashed all 5 books into one movie. And so that was very interesting, and they did that, and it still ended up really great. I love the Spiderwick Chronicles. I remember when I went and watched it in the movie theaters, I was just like, oh my gosh, is this gonna, like, what's this gonna be? Because when I had heard about it, they put all the books into one movie, I was like, but it turned out fine. Like, to me, I'm a huge Spiderwick fan, and I was just like, okay. The movie and the book are very similar. So if you read the book and you're going to the movie and you're really scared about it, don't be. Because it goes the same. Like, it's a boy moving to his uncle's house. He finds out there's some magical stuff going on, and adventure ensues. I really felt like the movie kept the heart of the book too as well, which I was really happy about because I was a little bit scared about that, but everything went really well with it. I thought Jack Black did amazing as Uncle Jonathan. Kate Blanchett, she was a perfect Miss Zimmerman. I was a little bit scared because I was like, they were casting youngish actors to play these elderly characters because in the books they're elderly. I think Jonathan and Miss Zimmerman are like in their early 60s, and in this one they're more like in their like middle, like mid 50s, I think. which is fine. But I was a little bit like, I don't know what's going on here. But they did amazingly. Both of them, Cate Blanchett and Jack Black, amazing. And I also thought that Owen Vacado did a really good job as Lewis. When they did cast him in the beginning, I was really disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, because in the books, Lewis is an overweight boy, and he gets made fun of a lot all the time in this book for being chubby, and he gets called names, and it makes him feel really bad about himself. And I actually really would have loved to see that on screen. I think that would have been a really good addition to the movie. I still don't understand why they didn't go that route, or maybe Owen was just really, really good and they wanted to keep him. Gladly they did not put a fat suit on him. But I'm glad everything went well. But I still really would have liked to see that. I don't know, that's just me. There were a couple of things from the book that did not make it into the movie, and those two things are really, really major, and I can't for the life of me understand why they were left out of the movie. I really don't understand. And those two things, oh my gosh, I'll want to talk about them in a little bit, but they're really important. I was just like, what's going on here? So those are the two major problems I had with the movie. I thought it moved really well. I thought that the pace was really good. Especially if kids are going to be watching it, they're going to want to see all this stuff happen really quickly. And I'm the type that way too. I like things to happen like that. And things were happening very quickly, and I really liked that. I love that they were keeping little parts of the book with the dialogue in the movie, and it just made me feel really good. Especially if you read the book, you're going to be like, I love that. A couple of things that I had issues with, like I said, in the book there is a car chase scene, which there's actually a picture of in here. It's a car chase scene between Lewis, Miss Zimmerman, Uncle Jonathan, and then the villain back there. As you can see, there's a car chase, and it's a really intense car chase that happens, and it's really, really cool, and it was not in the movie, and that was really disappointing. Yeah, that was really disappointing. I really would have liked to see that, because that's where things sort of pop off in a way, and I really would have enjoyed that. And then also another thing that wasn't in the movie that I was actually really angry about. I'm not gonna lie, after I got out of the movie, there's actually not a picture of this, actually, is there? After I got out of the movie, I was a little bit pissed off about that, because to me this is such an amazing scene. And with the special effects they have now, it would have oh my god, it would have popped off. It would have been amazing. And I'm still a little bit mad that that wasn't in there. But there's the scene right here. As you can see, there's Lewis, there's the villain right here, this is Selena, and then Miss Zimmerman right here. And this is the conclusion of the book, where everything's sort of climaxing, and Lewis goes to the house across the street. In the movie, he does go across the street to the house, but instead of going inside and having this altercation happen, he just pulls Miss Hanchett out of the house. And though she does turn out to be Selena, which I really liked, that was a little bit of a nod to the book. Selena in the book is the main villain. You do not see Isaac at all in the book, which I was just like why are they doing that for the movie? I thought it would have been a really cool idea, especially in the book, to have this awesome crazy ass female villain, to have her be in it. I thought that would have been amazing. But they went the other route and put Isaac in, which I understand, because they wanted to have Isaac in it because he's a crazy character. But I really would have liked for them to kept it the book route with having Selena as the villain. And then this is the thing that kept out that really made me mad. There's the scene right here where I told you guys where they're at this house. Lewis goes across the street. He goes and tries to see what's going on. He feels like he's brave enough to sort of face what's going on, and he almost gets killed by Selena. And Miss Zimmerman walks over there, boss the fuck up, okay? She goes over there with her wand, and she's ready to whoop this bitch's ass. And I love that part so much. And they fight. There's this sequence of lights flying everywhere, spells flying. It's just so awesome, very Harry Potter-esque, even though this came out first. And it was just really cool. It's a battle scene that happens, and it's so awesome. And when it was not in the movie, I was so disappointed. I was actually waiting. Like, there were parts where there was one sequence where Ms. Zimmerman sort of like, you know, knocked Selena off her butt, but I was just like, no, there's a scene in the book that, why didn't they do that? So that was really disappointing, and you know, just that. And I really did like that they kept little elements from the book though. Even though they had Isaac playing the main villain in the movie, they were keeping little elements, like in the book, the villain, Selena, she's wearing these glasses like this, but they're circular, and you can never see her eyes. Like, they're always like a glare over her eyes. And in the movie, they had Isaac wearing glasses, which he doesn't wear glasses, but they have him wearing glasses, and they're circular glasses, and there's like a glare. And I know they did that because they wanted to keep that element from the book, because there's a certain part in the book where that, you know, is a thing. And I really enjoyed that. I was like, okay, well, thank you for that, but I really would have still preferred Selena as the main villain. Even though they have her in the movie, and she's in the movie, I still would have really liked her, you know, as the main villain. And I think a really good Selena would have been Tilda Swinton. Like, can you imagine Cate Blanchett and Tilda Swinton battling it out all magical style? Like, don't even get me started. That would have been amazing. I still like the actress that they picked for Selena, but I think like for a bigger role, I think Tilda Swinton would have been really good. Still really happy with the way that the movie went. I cannot wait to own it. I'm excited to see it again. I really plan on seeing it again, and if you have not seen it, go watch it. It's awesome. If you're looking for something that has horror elements and fantasy elements, if you're looking for something that has like Spiderwick, Harry Potter, and like Supernatural, that show Supernatural, actually the writer of the movie created that show. And he said in an interview that that show, Supernatural, was inspired by John Belair's. I did not know that, so I'm gonna have to watch the show now. I know you're probably like, you don't watch the show? I've only seen the first episode. So I'm gonna have to go watch it now. He was inspired by John Belair's. Oh, let me go check this out. So yeah, so that's it for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I am really excited to watch it again. I really hope that with the box office going the way it did with them being #1, that we get another movie, and that they expand this world, and it just creates this awesome like little universe, and I'm just really happy. So if you have not seen it, go watch it. Go watch it. So I will see you guys next time with another video, and also go pick up the book too as well. It's on Amazon for only $6. Like, come on. Let me pimp my author out, my favorite author in the world. So I will see you guys. Bye.